Hey guys. Sorry, Jew. I told you I play this song all the time. I hope everybody is doing fantastic today. Hope everybody is doing fantastic. Let's get into it. I really just I didn't want to keep you long, but I wanted to share some things that were on my heart. So yesterday we talked about I declare war, and we really began to declare war. Hey Reese. Hey, Danny. We really began to declare war on some of the things that were holding us back and some of the things that we really wanted to change in 2016. So, from my heart, I really just wanted to encourage each and every one of us. Thank you. Thank you so much, each and every one of us, to be intentional about 2016. We are literally like 21 days shy of a new year. And I really define the word intentional. And it really means to be done on purpose or deliberate. So each and every one of us has a specific calling in life. We have specific tasks and plans of action that only we can accomplish in the earth. And I really want to encourage us to be intentional about the next 21 days of this year and even into 2016 and the remainder of our lives. So I just want to open it up. If anybody feels comfortable enough to share, what are some of the things that you really are going to do on purpose, not only for the rest of this year, but 2016? Anything. Let's throw it out there. What are some of the things that you're going to do intentionally? Pray. That's good. That's good. Let me tell you something. Prayer, communication with God is the foundation. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. It's the foundation of life. Being more consistent. Consistent in what, Danny? What do you want to be consistent in? Because we have to do these things on purpose, so we can't just throw, amazing things out there. Let's be intentional. You're going to be consistent in what? Hi, cool kid Kyle. How are you? What are some of the things that we're going to be intentional? What are some of the things that you desire to do on purpose or you want to do deliberately? Let's talk about it. Reaching your goals, attending church. Good. Good. I'm doing good, Kyle. Thank you. Yep. So some of the things that I'm thinking about for 2016, whatever you put your mind to, awesome. Some of the things that I'm thinking about for 2016, definitely taking every area of my life to the next level, right? I want to really launch my business. I'm going to be really excited to share it with you guys. You guys know that I'm in a health and wellness industry in which I own my own business, but I am actually going to be creating an enterprise next year. It's already created in the spirit, right? But it's going to be manifest in the earth. So that's something that I'm doing on purpose, with a purpose, right? Because I have a purpose. Jeremiah 29:11, God declares that he knows the thoughts that he thinks toward us. They're thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give us an expected end, right? So that's my enterprise. So you guys wait and see. I'll let you know. You'll be one of the first people to know as soon as God allows me to release it, because I know that I have the capability to change a nation. There are people that are waiting for my voice. And may I venture to say, there are people that are waiting for your voice, each and every one of you. There are people that are waiting on your gifts, your talents, your abilities. So it's time for us to start doing things on purpose. No more accidents. No more stumbling into, oops, I bumped into a miracle, or oops, something, great happened in my life. Let's start living intentionally. The God that we serve, and if you don't know him, I can introduce you to him. The God that we serve is intentional, right? He created everything. It was designed. It was formulated. He was intentional. He didn't say, oops, all of a sudden, like, fish started popping out of a sea. No, he wanted to see it. He was intentional. He was deliberate in creating you and I. So let's be intentional about our life, about our purpose, about what we have to offer to this world. So let's talk. This is some good conversation. What do you feel like you're called to do? Do you guys even know what your purpose is? Let's talk about that. What are you called to do? What hasn't been done in the earth that you have the capability to show us? What area of life are you going to change for us? How are we going to be better because you exist? Talk to me. Talk to me. What are we doing intentionally? It's time to start thinking about 2016, y'all. Talk to me. What are some of the things that we have to do? Hi. Consistent in every area of life. I will believe in me to excel. Yes. I'm intentionally believing the truth. No more lies. We talked about that yesterday. I don't know if that Periscope is still open, but we talked about I declare war. And we declared war on lies. That God hasn't given us the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. I see you, Cal. You want to write your book. Well, intentionally go get a journal. Do it on purpose. Get a pen, keep it by your bed so when God downloads those ideas, keep your phone charged so you can record the notes and compile all of that into a book. Good, good, good. I see a lot of authors. Amazing, amazing. Let's talk about it. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your ambitions in life? I've come to encourage you to think larger. And if you have already been thinking larger, let this serve as a confirmation to you that you're on the right move. You're on the right path. Let's be intentional. All right. So we have a book coming from Cal, Danielle, and Reese. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Authors, let me tell you something. Each and every one of us has something unique, right? That cannot be duplicated. So I want us to get into the mind frame that no one else can do what you're supposed to do. If God put it in you, okay, you can be a stay-at-home mom. Margaret, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Margaret, you could be a stay-at-home mom, and if you need to make some extra income, let me know, because I help moms. I help moms and other men and women that want to stay at home and make some extra income on the side. So let's talk after. RethinkYourLife.com. You can just leave your information on my website. I would love to chat with you after this. So there's something in each and every one of us that's unique, y'all. And there's nobody else in this world that can do what you can do. Let me encourage you with that. There's now we understand that God can raise up people for certain times and seasons, but there is something real special on the inside of you. There's something that this world has yet to see. And I want each and every one of us to shed the fear and embrace the faith to go after what God has placed in our hearts and in our minds. If there's a burning passion, if there's a burning desire, believe me, God will allow there to be an audience that can only listen to your voice. There's a people, there's a nation, there's a community, there is a remnant that is waiting for you to take center stage. And there's nobody else that can accomplish it like you can. So I want you to be intentional that as soon as you say yes, there's going to be a platform that's ready. There are people that are waiting for you. We could say, oh, God, when is my season going to come in? Well, when are things going to align? God says, I'm waiting on you. As soon as you say yes and open up your mouth, there's going to be a people that's ready. As soon as I logged onto Periscope, you guys were waiting to hear this, whether it's a word of encouragement, whether it's a word of confirmation, whether there's a word of stretching. As soon as I said yes, I had to get over my fear of getting on Periscope. I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know if I have anything to offer. There are a lot of different, people that are doing videos now. What do I have to share? And as soon as I opened up my mouth, God sent the people. So let this serve as your confirmation that as soon as you log on, as soon as you set up your account, as soon as you are confident enough just to stand there, that you are more than ready to do what God has called you to do. I believe it. I guarantee you that 2016 is going to be an amazing year. I'm not just saying that because it's cliche. I really believe it in my heart. But like I say, I'm go on record for saying it. I said it last night. I'll say it again. If we don't change now, the 2016 that is coming is going to be just like the 2015 that we've experienced. I don't want to be a repeat offender. I don't want to go through the same trials. I don't want to go through the same tribulations. I don't want to even go through the same temptations that I went through this year. So I am learning Nothing is an error. Nothing is a mistake. All of them are learning lessons. My mentor is one, Jennifer Mason. She taught me that. Everything is a learning lesson. So I'm changing from the good, the bad, the indifferent of 2015. I'm going to be intentional. I'm creating a dream board. I'm praying more. I'm seeking God first. I'm keeping him in the center of every single thing that I'm doing. I'm saying no to fear. I'm saying no to procrastination. I'm saying no to low self-esteem. I'm saying no to that lack of confidence. And I'm saying yes because God has called us for such a time as this. Let's be intentional. Let's be intentional. Let's do it deliberately. Let's do it on purpose. There's a God that we have to glorify. There are people that need to be encouraged with your smile. The fact that, you are intentionally going out each and every day to show this world that a miracle is still walking, because you weren't supposed to come through 2015, not with your right frame of mind. You weren't supposed to be able, to still have your bills paid. You weren't supposed to be able to go through the worst season of your life and come out on the other side. So there's something for you to do. I want to encourage you. Everybody's not going to stand behind a pulpit. Everybody may not have a television show in front of their name, but you have something inside of you that this world needs to hear. So I just wanted to encourage you. Let's be intentional. Let's not just live life aimlessly. Let's not just let seconds and minutes and hours and days and weeks and months go by and we haven't impacted anybody's life. The God that we serve has called us to do some amazing things. You have it in you. You have the tools. You have the equipment. You have the capability. You have the experience. You have the favor. Every single thing that you need is already on the inside of you. It's just time for you to activate it. Every single thing that you need. You're not waiting for anything. There's nothing missing, nothing broken about you. You are fully equipped to say yes to destiny. All you have to do is activate it. You got to be intentional. You have to believe it. You have to receive it. You have to embrace that thing. I know being a trendsetter is hard. Creating a path, that few have blazed may be difficult. Guess what? You're called to do it. You're called to do it. Who wants to stay in the shallow areas of life forever? Launch out into the deep. Create something, create a path for other people to follow. Be intentional about your life. Be intentional about your day. Be intentional. If you're a writer, be intentional about the book. Make sure, that is the best thing that you have to offer. Make sure that God will be proud of it, that you are pleased with it, and that others will benefit from it. We're not just putting together, slapping together any old thing, just average, mediocre. Those days are over. We are living lives that are above average, and it's okay. It's all right. It's not haughty. It's not cocky. It's not that you're bougie, but you're just called to be a trailblazer and a trendsetter. And that's all right. But be intentional about it. One thing I'm finding before I hop off, I don't want to talk too long, but one thing that I found is that we can have great aspirations and we can even have, the great tools. Exactly. Walking from the front. We can have the great tools, but if we're inconsistent, that's not being intentional, right? So not only are we going to talk about what we want to possess, but we have to be bold enough to see it through until fulfillment, to see it through until it comes to fruition. We need perseverance and diligence. We need endurance, because many of us are called to do things that our families won't even be able to support us in because they don't know. Many of you are called to do things that your community can't even support you or undergird you because they've never seen it before. Many of us, what we have on the inside of us, the dreams that literally scare us and blow our minds, you're looking for support, or you're looking for an ally, or you're looking for, somebody to be in your amen corner. But guess what? You're probably called to create something that this world has never seen. So be intentional that you may even have to walk alone. Be excited about the fact that your dreams are going to live and that they're going to come to fruition. But everybody may not support you in the beginning, and that's all right. As long as heaven backs you up and you have a yes in your heart and you know that your motives are pure, go for it. Go for your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. You know, do something that your future would say thank you for. Do something that your future family was going to thank you for. Do something, you know, that your grandkids are going to be able to live on. You know, I don't want us to in 2015 in a bitter place. I don't want us to leave 2015 with the woulda, shoulda, couldas. I want us to literally brace ourselves and get prepared to run for the next year, 3 years, 5 years. Exactly. It's all about legacy, Margaret. It's all about legacy because, you know, if we only live for the moment, we're not doing anything that's long lasting, right? Think about those of you that are parents. Think about your children. Those of you that want to be parents. Those of you that want to be married. Those of you that literally, you know, want to have time freedom. Think about what you can be doing now. You know, the preparation, the steps that you're taking right now is literally going to provide a future in which, you know, eye haven't seen and ear hasn't heard. I'm telling you, I believe that it's, you know, for an amazing group of people that some amazing things are happening in 2016. And I think that you're a part of it. I know that you're a part of it. You know, I'm a dreamer and I just live in the realm of optimism that anything is possible to those who believe, you know. So to somebody that's on this Periscope today, don't let your belief die. You know, I understand, you know, other people may be going through, but it doesn't mean that you have to go through. Other people, you know, may be, you know, struggling. It doesn't mean that you have to struggle. Other people may be down and out, but you don't have to accept depression. We're living intentionally. We're living intentionally. Like, it doesn't mean because everybody else around us is having overdrawn accounts and, you know, have no hope. And we don't have to live like that. You don't have to accept that. I don't care what your family went through. I don't care what grandma, granddad, auntie, uncle, godmother, grandmother, you know, cousins and nieces. Everybody's life doesn't have to be yours. You can create something different. Just be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional, be deliberate, do it on purpose, not by accident. You know, not hitting and missing. You know, we are like strategists in that we are going to hit the bullseye every time because we know what we're aiming for. We're aiming for freedom. We're aiming for liberty, that we don't have glass ceilings over our head, that we're not dealing with generational curses. I declare and decree. I'm still declaring war, y'all. I declare and decree that my kids are not going to have to endure, that I'm not even going to have to endure what's in my bloodline. I'm changing the legacy. I'm changing my bloodline. I'm changing the way my family can live. I'm changing the way they think by my actions because I'm intentional. You know, I'm going to make it so that my family lives without excuse, that the people that I mentor live without excuse. You don't have to be broke, busted, and disgusted. You don't have to be, you know, beneath the bar. You don't have to live a mediocre life. You don't have to live average and mundane. You don't have to. There is another way. And I'm bold enough. I'm courageous enough. And I'm going to be consistent enough. Matter of fact, may I say, I'm going to be intentional enough to make sure that I allow other people to see an option. People need options. You know, some people feel like, you know, all they see is their reality. But when they come into contact with you, you're going to show them that they can live a different way. So, you know, I just wanted to encourage you guys. It was in my heart. You know, let's just live on purpose, with a purpose, for a purpose. Let everything have a meaning. You know, don't just do anything just to be doing it. Don't waste time. The God that we serve, the God that created us, he didn't waste any time. He knew exactly what he wanted to see. And before I jump off, I just want to let you know that your world is framed by the words of your mouth. Be very careful who you lend your ear gates to, who you allow to speak. You know, people love to speak negative. They love to speak, you know, the opposite. Okay. I will, you know, they love to speak, you know, out of their own fears, out of their own inhibitions, out of the things that they were too scared to do. They want to project that on you. Don't accept that. Well, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. You know, I don't think that that's going to work. Well, that's not what God's put in your heart. So it's not going to work for you, but it's going to work for me. You know, every area of my life in which I made a major move, I had people that were close to me that didn't agree. But watch this, because God said it, and that's why it's important to get a relationship with him, y'all. Because God put it in my heart, I had to go against the people that I value their opinion. But when it comes to God and your opinion, I'm going to follow God. Because watch this, every major move that I had in life in which I follow God, people that didn't agree, they had to come around and change their mind. And now they can say, oh, did you know Shantae is doing that? Oh, did you know that Cal is doing that? Oh, did you know that Reese is actually succeeding? Because you followed the voice of God. So you already know what to do. You already know the moves that you have to make. You already know, that you're going to have to walk alone. But it's okay because God is with you, y'all. I'm telling you, there's favor, there's provision. There is like ridiculous blessings when you follow him. When you step out from the crowd, when you are just so, what do you call it? Focus, like a flint. Horses, when they are, in races, they put blinders on their side so that they won't get distracted with what's on the left or what's on the right of them. Let's have blinders in 2016, that we have tunnel vision, that we have a focus that nobody in the world is going to be able to stop us. So I just wanted to encourage you guys. I love you so much. Let's be intentional. I don't want to bore you, but let's be intentional, to know that God has some good treasure on the inside of us, and we have to unlock it. I absolutely have enjoyed this time with you. I'm going to hop on tomorrow. Yeah, I'll hop on tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm still healing. Y'all pray for me. My foot is getting better. So I'm going to hop on tomorrow, and we'll talk some more. But until then, live life on purpose.